Hello there and welcome to another video here on this Esoteric Circle YouTube channel. My name is Pete Haskins along with Wanda. We are down here at the Menominee River, our favorite spot, and it's a little noisy around here. They're getting ready for the Memorial Day Parade. They're on the bridge and all the way through the village. So just wanted to try to get a video in here this morning. Feeling awesome, and I hope you are doing well. Wherever you are at on your journey, blessings to you. You are here for a purpose. Blessings to you. One of the very first books that Charles Ashton gave me was a book that he wrote the foreword to. This is translated by Ted Nottingham. It's The Spiritual Wisdom and Practices of Early Christianity by Alphonse and Rachel Goettmann. I want to read this first chapter. The world has forgotten silence, the Goettmanns write. Yet it is in the silence that the world has its origin and its end. God is also silence. And since we are in His image, the depth of our being is silence. This explains the rise of anguish and fear of death at the heart of the noise which reigns in the cities and now reaches the most distant countryside and the last corners of our forests. Technology in its varied forms never ceases to invade everything and slows down for nothing. Tormented by the unconquerable yearning for our original silence, people of our time are beginning to escape into the deserts, in the retreats of monasteries, or in exotic vacations, the symbols of a lost world. Faced with this general asphyxiation, it is important to have these breaths of fresh air in order to survive in the short term, but in the long term, we must learn to live fully in each moment, and not only during certain spiritual exercises. The desert is our own being, and our heart is a monastic cell, for the beyond is within our depths. There, in the midst of the noise, is found plenitude. Yet in order to take this path, we must first learn about it. This requires an education in both humanity and God, who meet each other only in the common language of silence. There is an alphabet and a grammar of silence. If we study it, if we daily spell out its reality, its mystery awakens within us and immerses us in its presence. There is a culture of silence. It is a manner of being which is acquired through practice. The aim is to make efforts which eventually lead to a permanent state. We first do exercises, then we become exercises. We say prayers, but we must eventually become prayer. We go to the liturgy, but our whole being is called to become liturgical, and daily life is meant to be a celebration. We seek to experience God, but in doing so, we ourselves become gods. That is why Saint Seraphim of Sarov says, quote, "No spiritual exercise is as good as that of silence." The role of the tradition and of the church is to constantly immerse us into this wisdom and give us the means to accomplish it. Isn't that amazing? The Spiritual Wisdom and Practices of Early Christianity by Alphonse and Rachel Goettmann. I'm sitting in this little sanctuary that I love to come down to. But one of the things that has happened to me is that this is just a symbol of what I've got inside. And it has taken me over 30 years to get to a place where I can find it and I can go to it at any point in my day. And it took me a long, long time to find that pineal gland, that sanctuary, that gap, right, in the middle of my brain, that sanctuary, the noose, the ground of my being, the life within me, that stillness, that silence that the Goettmanns talk about. It took me a long time, and this is an esoteric journey. There's no quick fix. You must search diligently. You must search while everything is going on around you. As chaos is happening, you must find that place within you, that silence, where you can hear God's voice. Because in that silence is the common knowledge and the common language of God. You must search this language and remember this language and begin to create permanence. Otherwise, you are just a crawling creature clicking around on the ocean floor. We're just crawling creatures. We're just ants. We're just bugs. We're just bees, right? Spensky, Ashton, they all talk about this. T.S. Eliot talks about this. We're all just crawling creatures if we don't find permanence and if we don't rise above our animal nature. And our animal nature is to compete and to take space and to try to encompass it and hold on to it and destroy it. And that's not who we are. We are made to allow God to live through us. But in order to hear that voice and allow God to live through us, we have to find silence and we have to find peace. Find this peace, this silence within your heart, within your mind, however you want to put it. It's just language. It's just language at this point. You have to find it like your life depends on it. And you have to search for it every day. Not frantically, but you have to find it just like you're gasping for air. You have to search for this like it's your last chance. You have to really want this. Wherever you're at on your journey, I hope you find this silence. I hope you find this silence so that you can hear God's voice amidst all the clamor, right? And all the constant things that happen in your life that divert your attention away from your inner life. Not many people really, really want this inner life. It's rare. Don't succumb to your animal nature. Find this silence. Listen to the language of God in this silence. And develop permanence within your soul. Develop spirit. That's what we're after. We're here to develop permanent spirit. So that you do experience salvation after this body of ours dies and falls away. Blessings to you wherever you are at on your journey. You are loved. You are important to this world, and you are important to God. Blessings to you.